about you, but I thrive on feedback. I like knowing what areas I need to focus on. So when I would have administrators evaluate me and not give me constructive feedback, I would get so aggravated. So my question to you is, are you giving your students meaningful feedback? Whether you're teaching in person or online, giving your students meaningful feedback is key for many areas of learning. I want to share with you 3 steps on how to give your students meaningful feedback that will promote learning and what to avoid so your feedback won't be counterproductive. Welcome to the Teacher Revolution, where I give you tips and tricks on how to continue to grow as an educator. I'm Cindy, I'm a counselor and a teacher coach, and today I want to discuss how to make sure your feedback is meaningful and impactful. When I look at the achievement of the students of the teachers I coach, there is a definite positive correlation between student achievement and how the teacher gives feedback. Not just that they give feedback, but how they do it. The feedback they provide can help students build a growth mindset, so you want to make sure that the feedback you're doing is worth your time and that you're doing it right. So before I share the 3 steps to providing that feedback and the 3 things you should avoid, check out the link below for my mini course, Online Teaching Bootcamp, where I cover how to lesson plan, how to boost student engagement, how to check for understanding effectively, and how to differentiate. Whenever someone is trying to learn a new skill, whether it's sports, cooking, or how to solve a math problem, they need feedback on whether or not they're doing it right. Here are the 3 steps to providing effective feedback. Number 1, be timely. Studies have shown that immediate feedback is significantly more effective than delayed feedback. If you wait a few days or weeks to give feedback to your students, it just won't have the same impact. And I know immediate feedback is just not always possible, but try your best to provide it as soon as you can. So what assignments do you provide feedback on? I find that feedback on exit tickets are the best way to go. Exit tickets can be done in person or virtually. Click on the link for the video on how to use exit tickets effectively. Step number 2. Be specific. Using words like great job or super or you're getting there, it doesn't tell the student what they did right or wrong. Make sure your feedback is explicit and it tells the student what they did well and what still needs improvement. One of the art teachers that I coach, who is teaching virtually, she records audio files and sends them to her students. She talks directly to each student and tells them what she is thinking when she's looking at their work. She tells them directly what was effective, what was confusing, what was outstanding, and what is their next step. She ends her recording with, do you want to talk further about, whatever the mistake was or the area of improvement? This method has been very successful for her and for her students. Step number 3, address the student's goal. When you provide feedback, make sure to be clear on how the information you're providing will help your student reach their final goal. If you're waiting until a quiz or a test to provide feedback, that's just way too late. So if the goal is for the student to write a persuasive essay, make sure your feedback is encouraging and constructive in reaching that particular goal. Is there a downside to feedback? I'd like to explore that a little bit. The first downside, I think, could be that students can perceive it as a negative or corrective. You don't want your students to feel like you're trying to control them. The second thing is that I think students can start feeling like they're being monitored and they might feel like you're looking for gotcha moments. They'll be very self-conscious of their work and totally shut down if they feel that way. And the third thing is that you want to keep feedback private. Public feedback can shut students down. Let your students know the purpose of your feedback. You don't want it to become a competition. If you want to learn more about different ways to provide effective feedback and how to get a free one-on-one session with me, head over to my website at cindyrosa.com. Let's recap the 3 steps to providing meaningful feedback. Keep it timely, be specific, and address the student's goals. What questions do you have about giving meaningful feedback? Leave a comment below and I'll make sure to answer your question. Hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Thank you for watching.